Hey everyone. So this was just kind of like a spontaneous decision to go live real quick. Actually, let me turn this dishwasher off real quick. Okay, so y'all be able to hear me a little better. So I was going to do a video about how the pantry challenge is going for us for week 5, but I decided, what the heck, I'll just do a live real quick. It was unscheduled, just spontaneous. So if anyone joins us, great. If not, they can watch it later. So for us, the pantry challenge, we are on week 5. We're in the first week of February of 2023. And so far, it is going really well for us. We have not gone over budget. We've actually stayed way under budget for our shopping. For the most part, the only things that we have had to buy is milk and creamer and drinks, because we do buy like Gatorades and stuff like that. We have not really had a whole lot of shopping, other than that. We did buy a few things for a football game. So I guess that was that's probably considered like spontaneous buying. Now we do have the Super Bowl coming up. And so we will be purchasing a few items for that that are not on our normal shopping list. But my other half, his team is actually going to the Super Bowl. He's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So, kind of had to make an exception for that. But we are not really buying anything. We're actually doing really well. We are running low on a few things. I don't know that I will be purchasing them while we are doing this pantry challenge. I think I'm going to wait until after so that I have like a better idea of, exactly what all we're going to need, because I'll have my monthly budget available in March for when we do our normal shopping. And since we're not really out of anything or a whole lot of things, then I'm just going to use that budget to purchase the things that we are currently low on and may even possibly be out of by then. We are running really low on we eat a lot of like different nuts. So we eat like pecans and pine nuts, almonds, peanuts, stuff like that. I do different things with them. A lot of times I use them for snacks. So we are out of the majority of those. We do have some pine nuts left, some peanuts left. So I will be purchasing those. I've actually got a list on my refrigerator. We're running low on black pepper and bell peppers. When we had our garden this summer, I actually took all of our bell peppers and I froze a bunch of them and I dehydrated a bunch of them. So like the dehydrated ones, what I do with those is I will like add them to stews and stuff and let them cook with the meat and stuff like that. This week he made a chili soup. It's, with all the beans and stuff like that. And he canned the rest of it, which I was really impressed with. That was his first time canning without me standing next to him for step-by-step instructions. So he did it all by himself, and my other half did an amazing job. He followed all the steps. I even quizzed him. Okay, did you do this, or what was your first step? And he was able to tell me step by step exactly what he did. So he did really well. He was pretty proud of himself, and I'm proud of him too. So that was pretty cool. So we do have some leftover of our chili, the bean chili that he made. We now will have that in our pantry for whenever we want extra, because it's like chili is one of those things that you can't just make like a small batch of. You always make a big pot of it. We've had spaghetti, which I love spaghetti, but spaghetti's pretty easy for us. We don't really ever run out of the stuff to make spaghetti because we make our own noodles, and then I canned all of the tomatoes from the garden this year. So we've got them readily available for when we want to make our own pasta sauce. And then, of course, I did a video a while back on don't put all your eggs in one basket, meaning, if you just have the food that you've canned and something goes wrong, say, I don't know, a seal, like your temperature changes or something in your pantry, or something happens and all your seals break, then you've lost everything. So we also purchase like canned from the grocery store, canned, what do you call it? Like stewed tomatoes and crushed tomatoes and stuff like that. So we also do that. Looks like someone just joined us. Whoever, tell me where you're from. I'm glad you're here. But we also purchased the stuff from the grocery store, as far as the canned foods are. So we do that. I'm just trying to say hello real quick. There we go. So we do that, and then we have some frozen stuff as well. We don't really have a whole lot of frozen tomatoes anymore because I canned them all, so we don't really have that. But we do have pretty much anything we need readily available for our, if we wanted to make pasta or any type of Italian dish. I have not been making any bread, unfortunately. I did a really big number on my right shoulder and arm in November. So kneading bread is just kind of like kind of hard for me to do right now. So I haven't been making any bread. And honestly, we haven't really even been eating bread. So I have not even purchased bread for the Pantry challenge. So we haven't done that. And if you're just joining us, I'm glad you're here. Tell me where you're from. And let's see, what else did we do this week? We've done breakfast. We do breakfast actually a lot for dinner instead of, well, obviously we have breakfast for breakfast, but, we do breakfast for dinner. So we'll do like biscuits and gravy, or we'll do eggs and bacon. And we've even done pancakes and, and then probably I would say once or twice a week, we kind of do what we call a fend for yourself night. Right now there's 3 of us here. So we do end up with a lot of leftovers. So we actually eat quite a bit of leftovers. And what we don't eat for dinner, I actually will eat for lunch, during the work week. And so we do a lot of leftovers. And then sometimes if we don't even want the leftovers and we don't feel like cooking, we'll eat a bowl of cereal. Like we don't necessarily cook big meals every night because it is just the 3 of us. And with all of our different schedules, we're not always able to meet up at the same time to have dinner. So I do work a full-time job. I work 40 plus hours a week. Plus we have the farm, and then he works a full-time job, 40 plus hours a week. And then my son, who is also here right now, he's doing an assignment over here. So he's been staying with us, but he actually works like 50 plus hours a week. He puts in really, really long hours. So we don't get to see him very often. So our schedules just really don't kind of add up for us to always sit down and have a meal together. I wish they did, but when they do, I truly enjoy it. I truly enjoy when we can all sit down together and actually enjoy a meal together, because I feel like we're always going in different directions. We've actually, this weekend, we are supposed to have gorgeous weather. I think today is like 55 and tomorrow's supposed to be like 60 degrees. But then of course, Monday we drop back down to like that bone chilling cold, high winds, and I think we're supposed to get some snow. So, what they say about the weather in New Mexico: if you don't like it, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. So we are going to try to really be working a lot outside this weekend, and we are in the process. So when we first bought this property, we had one of the buildings on it was a farrier pen, and it was like the front of it was like completely open. And so we enclosed the front of it, and we kind of like have turned it into, well, we turned it into a chicken coop, but each year we have made different like progresses to it, to upgrade it and make it better and better and better. And so eventually it will look like my dream chicken coop and be exactly what I want, but it's going to take time. And it's a huge pen. It was a farrier pen for goats. So it's not a small pen, but, this summer we plan on actually doing a solid floor. It has a dirt floor right now, and we're putting an actual door, like a front door on it right now. So we're going to be working outside this weekend. But like I said, as far as the pantry challenge goes, we're not really exceeding our budget. We haven't really even gone to the store other than for milk and creamer and a few little things that we got, stuff for like I said, the football game, and we got drinks and stuff like Gatorades and stuff like that. But other than that, we're doing good. Are any of you doing the pantry challenge, and how is it going for you? I would love to hear about it. Any ideas that you have? One of the hardest things that I'm struggling with is documenting what we're doing each week. And I think that's just because our schedules, it's like, oh, we forgot to show what we made for dinner, or, oh, we forgot to, take a picture or whatever. We totally space it. But, and then, last week, instead of doing a video for the first month of the pantry challenge, I actually went live with Lynn over at Bucket List Homestead. So if you get a chance, go check out her channel. She's total sweetheart. She's up in Canada, and she does great with documenting hers, but she does an actual menu plan. So I don't know, maybe I need to sit down and, I don't know, plan a menu or something. I don't know. We're kind of whatever we feel like that night. We don't really plan things out. So I don't know, maybe we would do better if we actually planned it out. And then I could be like, hey, this is what we planned for the week. Other than the nuts and stuff that I read off from our grocery list of what we're running low on, I'm trying to think if we've really run out of anything. I don't think we've really run out of anything completely. We've run really low on a few things, but we haven't run out of anything. The only thing we don't have right now, like I said earlier, is we do not have any bread. And that's just because I cannot make it right now with my shoulder. I did a really big number on it, so I have to actually meet with a specialist on that one. So not really looking too forward to that, but is what it is. We'll manage. So I just wanted to come on here and kind of just give everybody an update of what we've done for the week, or how it's at least going for us. I mean, I haven't really let's see, what else did we do this week? I can't really think of anything. I know my son wants to make steaks this weekend, so that'll be cool. He makes the best steaks ever. His steaks they melt in your mouth. He does this marinade, and then he grills them, and he makes that perfect, we like our steaks medium rare, and he always does that perfect color, and it just, they're amazing. I don't know how he does it, but he definitely makes the best steaks. So I look forward to that. So I think he's going to be doing that this week. And my other half just walked in. So do you want to come say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
He says hi, everybody. So that's really about all we've done for this week. And we're in New Mexico. We're kind of close to the Colorado area. So like I said, we've got some gorgeous weather this weekend that we're definitely going to be taking advantage of. Let's see, what does that say? Sorry, I'm trying to talk to you and read this at the same time. And this is the first one I've ever done. So this was, like I said, just kind of a spontaneous thing. I thought, well, I need to do a video. And I'm like, I'll just go live real quick and just tell everybody how it's going. But I cannot read what this says. I have no idea how to even do this. So if you guys are able to hear me okay, do a thumbs up or something just to let me know you can hear. And that it's not breaking up or really weird or something. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm totally new to this live stuff. Lynn over at Bucket List does them every week, and so she's kind of being she's been my teacher through some of this. She's awesome. I totally appreciate her, and I've been watching her actually, her and I met last year during the Pantry Challenge. It's not like met in person, but when you do this, you meet a lot of people online, and then you just kind of end up messaging each other and you talk to each other. And so her and I actually started talking last year during the Pantry Challenge because she was doing it for the first time and so was I. So last year was actually my first year doing the Pantry Challenge, and I learned how bad we were on spontaneous, or like, what do you call it, impulse buying. We were horrible. And I think over this last year, we have definitely gotten way, way better at our spontaneous, or what do you call it, impulse buying. We've gotten way better on that. We're not as bad as we used to be. So that's been kind of nice. And as far as what we're learning this year, I think it's more just been, maybe we need to meal plan a little better. He's shaking his head. Yes. He's like, yes, we do. Okay, so maybe that'll be one of my goals for this weekend, is to come up with this week's meal plan. Yeah, that would be great. So I think so this year so far, I think what we're learning, like I said, is meal planning. We definitely need to meal plan a little better. And I don't know, what would you say is something else that we're kind of learning this year through the Pantry Challenge?
On actually how much food we have.
How much food we have? Well, we are definitely blessed. We really are. So that's why I say we really haven't run out of anything. We are very, very blessed. And so I don't have any complaints there. I think, God has definitely blessed us through a lot of stuff. So I think we need to drink more water. We definitely need to drink more water. I think we drink, he says, we drink a lot of Gatorades. I drink a lot of juice, a lot. I will open up a thing of juice and I will drink that whole thing in like the ones that are like, I don't know, what are they, half gallon or whatever. And I'll drink that whole thing in one day. I put it in my big cup with ice and I'll drink the whole thing. So anyway, so I wanted to thank you very much for joining me. And if you're doing the Pantry Challenge, I would love to hear how it's going for you. You can, put it in the comments section. Like I said, this was just kind of a spontaneous live that I wanted to do real quick because we are going to be outside all weekend and I didn't know when I would have time to do it. So I thought, what the heck, I'm just going to go live real quick, tell them how the Pantry Challenge is going for us and see how it goes. But so I really didn't give anybody any warning that I was even going to be doing this. I will try to get better about that as well. So, but thank you so much for joining me. And, don't forget to check us out on Instagram. We do have an Instagram page that I have a bunch of stuff I've got to get downloaded to that as well. We have a Facebook. And I believe all the links are in our bio. So check us out on there. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button. We can, and then that little bell thingy, I guess it tells you whenever we're going to be doing more videos. So that would be really appreciated. Oh, and we did hit our 500 subscribers. I got the little email thingy yesterday. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty pumped about that. But if you're doing the Pantry Challenge, I think it's awesome. I definitely recommend it. I think it really helps us learn our good habits and bad habits, not just bad habits. Like I see a lot of areas that we do really well on. And I think our organization last year, because we cleaned everything out of we redid the pantry completely and we took inventory of what we had and what we go through. So we did that during last year's Pantry Challenge. And it really, really helped us through this year. So I think our organization skills topped anything I ever expected from doing last year's challenge. So we've definitely were way more prepared this year than we have ever been. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.